If I'm booking a show and there's going to be a chair shot used, if somebody comes to me and says, hey, JR, I'd like to use a chair in my match, you know what the first thing I do? I said, does the main event need it? If the main event needs it, you can't use it. Well, then, of course, you get the little, pouty face, wrestle boys. They're playing the role of a wrestler, and they get their, purse their lip, and well, I thought of it first, bullshit. You thought of a chair first. Are you kidding me? Go back, get back on your video game, or go text your girlfriend or your whatever. And so the point is, you can't continually feed more without expecting to hit the wall. You will hit the wall. We've seen, you see it on WWE sometimes. Not this last match was Charlotte and Sasha Banks. The one before that where Sasha had to relinquish the title. I think she was hurt or something. But they did some really dangerous things. They, meaning Charlotte and Sasha. Moonsaults from the top turnbuckle to the floor, stuff like that. Okay, if they can pull it off safely, have at it. But here's what happened. It wasn't the first big dive, high-risk thing of the night. There were other similar moves to that one. That's bad clock management, if you will. You got to be able to be smarter than that.
I got one for you. In TNA, and I'm a big fan of Abyss. He's a great guy, and there you go. And for a big guy like that, he can work. But at one time, around 2008, 2009, they took him off TV for about 6 months because he had bled from every orifice of his body. He had had every bump, taken every bump, had every move done to him. And Jeff said, we gotta just take you off TV, and because how can I miss you if you won't go away? That's another one of my favorite phrases. As a matchmaker, as a promoter, even if you have the biggest star of all time on your card, if you eat steak every day, pretty soon you get bored of steak.
Andre the Giant.
There you go. He was an attraction. He traveled around, only appeared once, twice, world champion, etc. Same thing. Point is, they take Abyss off TV so that they can get some interest back in him. A month after he comes back on TV, he took a bump off the stage in the impact zone onto a table covered with thumbtacks while the table was on fucking fire, setting himself on fire in the process. He comes back after the match. He's bleeding. He's got thumbtacks all over him. He still smells of burnt hair. And he said, how was it? I said, get away from me. Go pull those thumbtacks out of you. The only other thing we could do with him after that was stick the hand grenade up his ass, pull the pin, draw circles, number the circles, and whoever picks the circle that his spleen lands in gets a free prize, right? And and my friend Kevin Owens, right? Everybody thinks I hate him just because I made him the world champion for a year. But we're in Milwaukee one time in front of 435 people. We've got a pay-per-view coming up, internet pay-per-view, one of the ones that actually made it on the air back then. Imagine that. But we're in Milwaukee in front of 435 people. There's a balcony higher than that from the ground. He wants Mark Briscoe to jump off the balcony and splash him through a table in the middle of the ring. I, as the talent coordinator, am supposed to agree to this when A, it could kill both of them, and B, even if they both live, if they're hurt, we got a fucking pay-per-view in New York coming up in 2 weeks. I said, guys, not every match has to be the main event at Starrcade 86. Somebody could be hurt, the pay-per-view, advertising fucked up, because this is also a business. That's why they call it professional wrestling. Oh, we got to do it. And Steen's like, well, we used to be all about these holy shit moments. That's what sets Ring of Honor apart. I said, no, that's what's going to cripple you by the time you're 35. If you want to, go ahead. And they did it, and everybody lived, thankfully, and went to the pay-per-view. But because we asked him to gear back every once in a while, then I just didn't want anybody to get over. And because we asked him to weigh 250 instead of 280, because he was playing the part of a professional athlete on television. There's a reason I don't get the fucking Brad Pitt parts in the movies, because I don't look like Brad fucking Pitt. But if we want him to be the world champion, lose 30 pounds, trim your fucking beard, wash your gear once in a while. He was an artist that did not like to be fucked with. That's why I somehow hate Kevin Steen. I don't know.